What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of subscribers for showing love to the channel. Much respect to Muldoon Hutch for the donation to the channel via the PayPal. I see your note, and there's some interesting stuff, man. A lot of things going on in this country that are important. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes that the mainstream news media are not talking about. And we most definitely need to start talking about a lot of these things. But much respect to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. I also want to give a shout out to the brother Brendan Rowland for the $15 donation via the PayPal. Much respect to you for showing love to the channel as well. Alright, so in this particular video, I want to talk about which NBA player is under the most pressure, or will be under the most pressure, to win a championship next year. Alright? Now, this is the thing. If you mean as far as them winning their first, like getting the monkey off their back, like who is the media going to really put pressure on to win a title? Off the top of my head, the first thing that comes up is Joel Embiid. There's certain guys who the media just use kid gloves on for some reason when it comes to winning championships. And they tend to be smaller perimeter players like Dame Lillard, the Trae Youngs of the world. You would think Dame would be part of the equation. But I suspect that he's not going to be talked about as much as far as winning a championship. Partly because, he's in a small market. So he gets an excuse conveniently because of that. And also because of the fact that he puts out this image of this guy who is trying his best to carry a mediocre franchise. And I'm going to tell you, these players are very smart today. One thing about a lot of these players, well, some of them are very smart. You know what I'm saying? From recent actions, I can't say all of them. Some of them are definitely social media and media savvy. And they understand that they can, because they're public figures, because anything and everything they write gets put out there and talked about, they know that they have some extent of power when it comes to control the media. And I think Dame Lillard recognizes that. And that's why he's been pretty successful in manipulating the media as far as keeping criticism off his ass. Because for the most part, most people believe that it's been the organization that has been at fault when it comes to Dame Lillard. But, when you look at how old he is, bro, his age, and you look at the fact that even though Portland's in a rebuilding process, Dame Lillard chose to stay. And Dame Lillard chose to sign a massive, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was an extension. A massive one. So, he chose the money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it does come with some criticism. Much like how Carmelo Anthony, you can't blame him for taking the money. But, there are going to be some people who are going to say, well, he chose money over winning championships. Which I think is, kind of unfair to an extent, but it is what it is. But I think the main guy that people are going to talk about is Joel Embiid. Now that Giannis has won a championship, now that Joker has won a championship, both from small markets, you're in Philly. You have not even made it to a conference finals yet. So I do believe, considering that he won that MVP, which he whined and bitched and moaned and complained about for so damn long, he finally wins it. And then throughout the playoffs, for the most part, he underperforms. And once again, when the team needs him, he's nowhere to be found. So I think the pressure is going to be especially on him. I'm going to tell you another team that's going to be under pressure to win a championship. The Los Angeles Clippers. I believe that Russell Westbrook, even though at this stage of his career he's more of a role player, but the media is going to use his high-level play against him. They're going to say, well, people have been saying Russ has been a role player. He's a role player, but we could tell by the way he played in the playoffs, and we will admit he played at a high level. Well, he's still a superstar, an all-star, at least in many people's eyes. So, with that level of playing with Kawhi and PG-13, they should be title contenders. That's the argument. So, even though that's technically Kawhi and PG-13's team, the media is probably going to, as long as Russell Westbrook is healthy, or relatively healthy, I think they're going to manipulate things to make it seem like that's Russ's team and that he should win a championship. He should lead them to a championship. And also, to a great extent, PG-13 and Kawhi. Even though Kawhi won a championship, the expectation was that the Clippers would be championship contenders. And here we are. What would this be as far as that team? This is what, going into year 5 of this experiment, and has failed. They've only been to one conference finals, and that was without Kawhi Leonard. And for the most part, they've been one and done or a semifinals disappointment. Now, of course, LeBron James, he's already has 4 championships. But the media is going to dominate. He's going to dominate the media with, can he win number 5? This will tie him with Jordan. And everybody's going to fall for a hook, line, and sinker, including my fucking self. Because I'm going to make videos talking about it. But the difference is, the media's not going to criticize him. They're just going to say this enhances his reputation. And that this will be the tiebreaker when it comes to Jordan and himself. Even though it doesn't make any sense, because he still trails Kobe Bryant in championships. He still trails Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in championships. But for some magical, stupid fucking reason, this will break the tie with him and Michael Jordan. So they're going to try their best to attach him to other players. I already see now, it's funny, when they think they can get one guy, and that breaks up, and that breaks down, then they move on to another guy. First it was Kyrie Irving. Now it's looking less and less likely they'll be able to land him. Now all of a sudden, as of me posting this video, the rumors are they're going to try to go after Bradley Beal, even though he has a no trade clause in his contract. So they're trying to pressure these players to join up with the Lakers. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell me what you guys think.